Ooh, look at that. It's not exactly what I was expecting. Looks like the barley wine. Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds.
So, I'm not sure what to think about this one yet. Of course, we haven't tried it yet, but I love the regular barley wine so much that you do anything to it and I'm not going to be happy. And there's no way I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
But we're going to try it anyway.
Yeah.
And I had to trade around a little bit to get this because we did not get these anywhere near us. But it is Bourbon County barley wine. I would hope it's the normal recipe, but this time it is with coffee added. Intelligentsia coffee, actually. And of course, as you know, it's a barrel-aged beer. It's 5.1%. Goose Island.
15.
Oh, did I say 5? 15.1%.
No worries.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I wish, because then we could drink more.
Yeah, exactly.
So 15.1%. This is, again, 2018 coffee barley wine from Goose Island.
Yeah, so they took the barley wine, aged it in barrels that had Bourbon County in it, right? Is that what they typically do for the barley wine, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then they added coffee, is what we're guessing. Just
I would assume in the
straight
barrels.
coffee to the barrels, which we talked about even before it came out. I mean, there's just a lot of nervousness about this beer because everyone loves coffee so much. Mm-hmm. Everyone loves barley wine so much. I just want those two beers.
I know.
And I know you got to experiment and everything, but that's what cuvées are for, right?
Yeah.
And those are two flavors you just wouldn't think. Now, we have done a barrel-aged coffee barley wine.
Yes, we did. Lavish Life.
Yeah, and so we enjoyed that one, and they pulled it off. So hopefully they pull this off.
I hope they do too. Now, so if you... Of course, the brewers are watching this. Of course, they're watching this.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I just want to know:
send us some batches next year.
Is it because something happened to it, and you had to add coffee to kind of mask a flavor, or did you just want to try something different?
Yeah.
I just want to know why. Why just grip something good? Or why'd you change?
We don't know yet. We don't know.
I know. All
right.
It looks normal.
It looks like a barley wine.
wine.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't. The coffee did not darken it any. I bet they were just subtle hints of it.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the nose.
Yeah.
I still smell barley wine.
I do. I get coffee though.
I get some coffee.
You gotta the first aroma that hit was barley wine, and I was like, oh, maybe there's no coffee, and then I started to get that, but it doesn't smell bad.
No.
A little more coffee in there.
Well,
barley wine, coffee.
Good.
It smells like a decent mix of the two.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks again, Steve, for trading this one with me.
Yep. I like it.
I like it. It's more coffee than I was hoping for. I still get barley wine flavor. I get a little bit of that, sweet caramel, the dark fruits, brown sugar. I still get some of that, but I get quite a bit of coffee.
Yeah, it's funny. Like everything up front is like candy sweetness to your typical barley wine. Like right on the front of the tongue, it's that wonderful classic Bourbon County barley wine flavor. Like you said, coffee, toffee, caramel, fig, raisin, brown sugar, just that wonderful candied English barley wine that they do so well. And then as it goes to the back of the tongue, here comes the coffee.
Which, I like it. I almost I had one more bottle of Lavish Life to just put up against it, but we couldn't have done that, just you and me, so I'll pull it out for the next one.
I like this a lot. I think the barley wine stands out to me. If I had to give it percentages, I'm like 75-25 how much barley wine versus coffee I get. Okay. Sounds like you're not feeling the same.
I would have probably given it more 60-40.
But a little more barley wine?
A little more barley wine.
Yeah.
I thought the coffee would overpower it, and it's not. But Bourbon County barley wine is it's so distinct that you can taste it through the coffee, which I'm very pleased with.
You can. Coffee for me it's all in the back of the tongue. It's all this kind of, it's both peppery and roasty. It's a good coffee flavor. It's a very nice coffee flavor.
But I would call it a mild,
It's mild, yeah, that's what I said. It's the majority of the taste on this beer for me is barley wine, and it's that classic, wonderful Bourbon County barley wine, sweet candy barley wine that I've grown to love. The question is, did they need to add the coffee? And that's where I'm just thinking, no. Honestly, it's a good experiment. It's a good beer. It's still a 4 or 5 for me. I enjoy this beer. I would just rather just have the plain barley wine, to be honest with you.
But now the question is, if you had this blind, would you be able to say, yeah, that's coffee? Or would you just say, yeah, that's a barley wine, but something's off?
I don't know, maybe.
Because the more I'm drinking it, the more I'm closer to the percentage you're talking about, more like a 70-30, 75-25, something like that.
I'm not even sure blind that I would pick up that flavor. It's so subtle on the back, and there's also this back bourbon heat, from the the 15.1%, the bourbon barrels. I always get that with those Bourbon County beers, especially as you get through them a little bit. I mean, it goes from not tasting it to tasting it. And then when you have too much, then you're like, I don't taste any. But anyway, that almost masks it a little bit for me, and so I don't think honestly, I don't think I would say, there's something off or coffee or something different. I'm not sure I'd get that.
So my rating, I was this close to just calling it a 4.25 because I was going to downgrade it from regular barley wine, but I got to tell you, it's for what they're going for. It's pretty daggone good to me. I think I have to give it a 4 or 5 as well, just because they pulled it off, just like Lavish Life was pulled off, and I'm glad I got a bottle. Yeah.
So my overall take for this one, for if you're thinking about picking up a bottle, if you can still get it or trading for one, really good. They pulled off. I think that it's a good mixture of the two, and I think the barley wine stands out, and the coffee kind of is in the back. But I would honestly, I'd rather have each individual beer. I would take a plain coffee or a plain barley wine over this. But it's a well done, well crafted beer. 4.5, 4.5 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 or 5 as well. Yeah. Like I said, I almost downgraded just because I wanted, barley wine, but it's not that. You can't go into it thinking this is just Bourbon County barley wine, because it is not. But I would really wish I could have gotten this without telling you and tried it blind, because I think we'd have a hard time saying that's coffee.
I think I would have a very hard time saying
I'd just say, well, it's a barley wine, but there's something else there, and I can't really tell what it is, which is good because I don't mind a little extra flavor. A little more coffee, and it would have, I think, overpowered it, and then you wouldn't have tasted the barley wine, and then it wouldn't have been good at all.
I think the main difference, again, like just sitting here on the back of my tongue, there's roast. There's coffee roast. Whereas the barley wine, it's just a sweet, syrupy flavor that's on the back. And so I don't dislike that coffee roast. That's just the difference. That's the difference.
I bet we would have just said, yep, that's a barley wine with just a little roast to it. I bet you're right.
I wouldn't have called it Bourbon County, I don't think.
No. It's still good, though.
No, it's really good.
I'm going to stick with
the barley wine. The barley wine.
You still get that.
It's so good because that's there. The regular barley wine for me, I may have given 4 or 5 a time. It's a 4.75 probably.
It is easily. It's one of the best barley wines.
It's just awesome. So 4 or 5 for both of us.
So if you think you're not going to like the coffee part of this, still pick it up and sit on it for 2 years, and I bet the coffee will fade enough that it'll just taste like barley wine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I wonder if you did this with just a regular barley wine too, if it would just pop out.
I bet it would.
Like, oh my gosh, what is that flavor?
It probably would.
But let us know what you think of this one, guys, because I've honestly seen mixed reviews. Not mixed as in like, oh, this is crappy or this is amazing. More kind of in that in between ground. Like, yep, this is good. They pulled it off. Love it. Or I really wish they wouldn't have done this. It's okay, But still in that that really good range. So let us know what you think of it and compare it to regular barley wine and regular coffee. If you've had it, of course, we love your all's opinions on this kind of stuff. So
and again, if you know why they decided to do this, whether it's because
just experimentation,
or they had a smaller batch, so they thought they'd do something fun with it. Who knows? But just tell us, because I would love to know why they changed it. Now I'm not going to say screwed it up, because it's not screwed up. This is good.
And it's just a style. I don't know. It's just something weird to do.
Yeah, I would have not thought coffee would have mixed with a barley wine, but it's not bad.
No. Anything else?
No.
As always, guys, if you can the beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.